We snuck into COMPLEXCON.
Right when I turned the corner, right here, Gunna and his posse were in my face. Gunna's security pushes me against the wall. What is up, guys? It's Asia, and today I'm with my friend Alex.
So
go ahead and introduce yourself. She's a model, like a Ford model. Yeah.
I ain't all that.
Like, we'll go ahead and like tell the people like what you do. You know, like he's humble, guys. He's humble.
Basically, I'm signed to Ford models in LA, and I've been with them for about 2 years. I've done a lot of pretty good jobs, like Evisu, another one, Simon's Mattress collaboration with Gucci, and another one I did with Paxson. Oh, the Nike one I had this morning.
Yeah, the Nike shoot this morning. But he is, booked and busy, y'all.
Nah, but it's not about me. It's about how we snuck into Complex.
As you guys can see by the title, this video is how we actually got into ComplexCon. We really just finessed our way into it, and I'm gonna go into how we did it. Just briefly, I also want to mention how he was actually recently hacked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all remember how I got hacked? I did a video on it. He was recently hacked too, so that's crazy. That might have to be like a separate story time. I don't know. Hopefully by the time I post this video, he'll have his account back. So we're gonna have to check it out. But anyways, to the story. Last weekend, or 2 weekends ago, was ComplexCon, which was in my city of Long Beach. Basically, me and Alex went to go hang out, and we wasn't really sure what we were gonna do. I was like, oh, ComplexCon is happening. I'm like, low-key, like, should we like just go over there?
I thought she was kidding about that.
I low-key was kidding about that. I was just joking, like, haha, like, let's go to ComplexCon.
But I don't know, because not a lot of people were able to sneak in. People spent like $90, $100 to get in. And
yeah, I was kind of joking about it. I was like, yeah, let's go to ComplexCon, but I wasn't trying to pay for it. Yeah, we're not trying to pay for that.
And wait in line and all that.
Yeah, no, we wasn't trying to do all that. But I was like, yeah, let's just go to the area. There might be like food trucks or something, or like other vendors outside of ComplexCon, So we go. We get there, we're walking around, it's hella crowded, busy, like very touristy, much more touristy than it normally is in Long Beach. So I could tell like there's definitely people from like all over the world just kind of like walking around or whatever.
It's funny how you could just tell when people are from LA.
Oh yeah,
Long Beach.
You can tell when people are not from here. Like, oh my god, we were not dressed for this.
Oh my god, I was just like, I was ashamed to even be around her because I look so bad.
What? No?
I feel like it. Her fit was hard. Whatever. She had her little fans out over there. 1 or 2 people noticed her, asked for pictures. I'm like, oh, I'm with the famous person.
Anyways, basically what I was wearing like an all denim fit. Like I was wearing like a denim like long sleeve like button up with like a white tank top underneath, same color denim pants, and then I was just wearing like G Fazos.
A nice classic.
I remember you were wearing jeans, you were wearing Air Forces as well.
It's a vintage
some type of sweatshirt, like an orange sweatshirt.
It was nice. I like it.
Yeah, it was like some chill fly vibe. But I'm only mentioning this because everybody else around us was wearing like designer,
their shoes, everybody's shoes,
like hella hype beast. It was so hype beast, and I was like, oh man, I could have really showed out, but I didn't. But it's okay, Anyways, so we're walking, and we're like, let's just go up the stairs. So we go up the stairs of the Long Beach Convention Center, which is where they host ComplexCon every year. We're just kind of just walking around, like we're just like, I don't know, we kind of look like bums in a way, because we're just like, what are we doing here? Like,
no, we didn't look like bums. We just looked like confused.
Yeah, we're like out of place. I don't know.
We told ourselves, okay, we're gonna look for a way to get in. Turned out we're like this, pretend like we're talking to each other.
We were like,
and she had some glasses, like kind of looked like an undercover.
Like, we gotta figure this out.
And like at this point, we're dedicated to sneak in.
We was really just walking around, not knowing. We had no direction at all. We were just walking. And so right when I feel like we were about to give up and say like, there's no way we're gonna get in, we're about to leave. So we're walking, but tell me why. I recognize 2 people, and it's crazy. The guy, so his name's Chris. I met him through my friend Hannah Gumbis from high school. She was one of like my best friends in high school, and she brought him. I remember he went to some other high school, and she brought him as like her date to one of our dances. That's how like I met him, and that's literally the only encounters we ever had with each other. So like in a way, like our relationship was not close like at all. He's come into Shoe Palace a couple times, and I've helped him out, but that was literally it. So when I seen him, it's always been like, oh hey, how you doing, like type of relationship.
Quick talk.
Yeah, like quick. I see him and he's like, oh hey Asia, what's up? When he said hey Asia, what's up, like did you think like that was like my close homie, or like what did you think?
Tell me why. I thought you guys knew each other for like about 2 years, like genuine friends. I'm like, damn, this guy is pretty cool, And at that point I'm like, oh, they gotta be best friends, Or like they gotta know each other. I thought you guys knew each other pretty well.
We go up to him, and basically he was just like, oh, what are you doing, Asia? Like, were you at ComplexCon? That shit was lit, da da da. And we were like, oh no, we didn't go to ComplexCon. And it was kind of awkward because it's like, okay, then why are you standing outside? Like, what the heck? Like, what are you doing here?
Well, now I'm thinking about it, it sounds kind of funny.
It's like, what are you doing here? We're not ComplexCon, you know? He's just like, oh, okay, well, do you want to go in? And we kind of looked at each other like, yeah, I mean, yeah. And he's just like, oh, okay, here. He takes off his wristband. He like gives it, well, this is not the wristband, but he gives it to us, or gives it to him. And then he was with one homie, which it was like literally perfect. Like, he had one homie, you know, I brought one homie. So it was like, you know, 2 and 2, we were about to swap wristbands. Chris gave Alex his wristband, and then his friend, so he tried to take off his wristband, but they put on his wristband a little bit too tight, I feel like. I don't know if he put it on, but it was just a little bit too tight, so he couldn't take it off. And we're like, oh shoot, like, how are we gonna do this? But I have nail clippers in my purse, and I was like, oh, let's just cut the wristband off with this nail clipper. We were standing outside, and we were just like snipping away with these nail clippers.
Right in front of literally security and
everybody's walking around, and like we're like standing in a circle, like super closed off. People probably thought there was some like illegal stuff going on. Like what are they doing? And we was like so focused and stuff. I feel like from the outside perspective, we looked crazy. Like, what are they doing? There's like 3 dudes and like one like short girl that's like, what's going on?
3 dudes surrounding one girl in the middle, and she's just
like
fucking going at
like, what is going on? Long story short, we got the wristband off.
Yes,
it was hanging on by a thread, and so we slipped, like literally. So we slipped that onto my wrist. We're like, okay, if we really finna do this, like, how does it work? Like, you know, how does this work? And he was just like, oh, you gotta show this part of the wristband. Make sure, you know, you show this, da da da. And then they're like, okay, well, bye guys. Like, you guys have fun at Complex. And then they have all their shopping bags, because I don't know what Chris was doing, but he for sure cashed out at ComplexCon. He had hella bags.
Yeah, he was ready.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he had the time of his life, and he was done for the day. So they left, and we were like, okay, so like, where do we even go? We were like, and we saw a bunch of people with like these other wristbands that had like colors on it that were for the health check, because I guess you had to check to see if you were like vaccinated or whatever. We were like, oh shoot, do we have to do that? But I was kind of trying to avoid that, because I was like, that's a whole nother level of security that like we don't want to have to go through.
The real names and
like, you know, I'm like, okay, let's just try to go in without the health check. You know what I mean? And so, but we're like, this is honestly probably not gonna work. I don't know, I was having doubts. I was like, this is just not gonna work. Anyways, we go through this security like with the metal detectors and stuff. You know, I'm lifting up my arm so they can like check to see I don't have anything on me. The lady, she was just like, do you have any vapes or lighters in your purse? And I was like, no, which I could have. She didn't even check. Like, I literally could have. And she's like, do you have any weapons? I'm like, no. Like, and she's just like, okay, yeah, go ahead. I was like, what? Like, are you serious? This is crazy. This is crazy. What the heck? So, I don't know, how was your security check? Did they ask you anything, or
no?
You
like,
just
they
walked
even
through?
checked my pockets. I could have had something in my pocket. You know, that wasn't metal, so.
You know, I want to say do better, Complex, but at the same time, don't do better, because it allows people like us to get
yeah, exactly. So, Complex. Their security sucked. It was very
bad. So, we get in.
Yo, we really snuck into ComplexCon.
fucking goats.
We snuck into ComplexCon. Like, what the? What?
So yeah, as you guys can see, we was in there. Like, we was in there for real. That's how we got into Complex. I know you guys probably like disappointed, like, what? Like, that's it? Like, you didn't like break in, like this was clickbait, but we did finesse. And I'm telling y'all, like, if you just are nice to people and you make connections with people and you don't burn your bridges, in the future, you know, you may be able to finesse your way into an event for free. Just saying. Just say that's my best advice. That's the only advice that I can give you for this video. However, I do want to mention a little bit about Complex. You guys probably want to know like how that was. Like,
it was cool. So we got the kind of late. It was fun. A lot of people were cool that we seen. Dope vibes. We seen a handful of well-known people.
Yeah,
like, famous. But we also seen Gunna. So I'm gonna let her explain it because she got rammed into the wall.
The Gunna situation. So if you guys follow Complex, you guys know Gunna's appearance in Complex was like a whole big deal. But I didn't even know Gunna was gonna be there. I wasn't, you know,
I didn't know either.
And I'm not even pressed about it. I don't know, rappers to me, I don't really get starstruck over rappers. We were walking around Complex, you know, we saw the whole thing. It was cool, but you know, I'm from Long Beach, so I've been to the convention center like a lot already. So like, you know, it's nothing really that new. Honestly, cool just checking out the booths at Complex. And there was like the Timberland collab with like Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh,
that was like,
that
one was a really cool booth. You know, it's definitely something you'd have to see in person. But let me get to the whole Gunna situation. So we're pretty much at the end of the day and we're like, okay, everything seems kind of dead now. Like, I think it's time for us to like, you know, get get out of here. Like everything was calm at this point. I'm just minding my business. We're just walking. We're like, and we're just talking, having a casual conversation. Like, wow, that was cool. You know, we're kind of reflecting on the whole complex thing. And then I turned the corner at one of the booths. You know, like mind you, I just kind of bust that corner kind of quick. Kind of just turned the corner like I wasn't thinking anything. And then of course, right when I turned the corner, right here, like I swear to God, like literally right here, Gunna and his posse were like in my face. And freaking Gunna's security comes up from behind Gunna, like rushes to the front, and he's like, he puts his arm out in front of me. He's like, move, like you better move, like go get out of here. I was like, what the? And he pushes me against the wall. No, like you're laughing because you remember it, but I remember my eyes was like, oh my God, like what the heck? And I was like, what's going on? Like I didn't even know it was Gunna. I just thought some random man was like pushing me against the wall. I was like, what's happening?
But the funny thing is, they didn't do anything to me. Like I ran right through their security, and I could have literally gone like that to him.
Like or something. Like you could have took his chain or something.
Yeah, or
like literally, this man just walks through Gunna and his posse with his arms up. I remember you put your arms up and he was like, oh, like people were just walking past you because like you're tall. He's like 6'5", guys. So people were just walking past him. He's like towering over like Gunna and his people. And meanwhile, I'm viewing all of this while being pressed against the wall by Gunna's security, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, what the heck? So yeah, that is how I met Gunna. Well, I didn't meet Gunna, but that is my first encounter with Gunna.
We made eye contact. Like, I know he felt that.
Oh, he felt that. Okay. Right. So. Dogs are a little loud. He has dogs, so excuse the dogs. So that is how I encountered Gunna. That is how I finessed my way into ComplexCon.
I guess when you're going to Complex, or get there really early, famous people in a sense.
Yeah, like influencers and stuff, or like people you want to see, because this is the thing, like they're flying out from like all over the world. They're getting paid to be there early, so they go there early. Basically, who's saying just if you go to Complex, make sure you get there like earlier. I feel like it'll be a lot more fun. Yeah, that was our little experience at Complex. I appreciate everyone that actually watched to the end. I just wanted to introduce you guys to Alex.
Thank you for having me on your page.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, make sure you guys, when he gets his account back, make sure you guys follow him. For any guys who want to, you know, get into modeling, he's definitely somebody that you would want to, you know, ask. And also girls too. Like girls that want to get into like legit modeling, unlike me who just takes pictures on Instagram. But if you want to like do some legit modeling, then you know, Ford Models and whatever, he's your man. Yeah, make sure you guys tap in with him. Like hopefully if he gets his account back. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more videos, and let me know if you guys want to hear any other story times and any other videos that you guys want to see from me. So yeah, thank you Alex for telling the story and for hanging out with me. All right.